Hey everybody, Coach Danny Cahill here. This video is going to be further explanation of the technique that we teach here and train here at Hit Doctor. For some of you it'll be a review, for others it'll be brand new. Okay? It'll provide the foundation for everything that we do. On the left you're going to see a picture of two different swing patterns, even though the hitter looks like he's doing the same thing. Alright? Most hitters, amateur hitters who have not been trained to move efficiently, rotate their body on the same plane all the way through. So the upper half is rotating like this and the lower half is rotating like this. Okay, that's what this means where it says cooperative launches in parallel planes. So if you just look there, that's what it looks like when the whole body's moving together. This particular pattern is common, and oftentimes it's trained into a hitter without them even realizing it. Med ball tosses against the wall, for example, will train this type of movement pattern because everything is working together. This picture here is what you want. You want to have a simultaneous launch in mutually perpendicular planes. In other words, the upper half of the body is tilting one direction while the lower half of the body is rotating around in a different plane. Okay? So you're working in two different planes of motion here, and that's the key. It's all rotation. We're just on two different planes simultaneously, and that's what causes the torque that creates the quickness and the explosiveness that you're looking for. A couple big mistakes that I see when kids try to duplicate this action, or they're just, YouTube hitters and Instagram hitters where they're basically just looking online and then trying to copy what they see without actually knowing what's going on. You'll get a big torso tilt or pelvic tilt that makes the hitter fall backwards over the catcher. Okay? And this causes a steep upward path of the bat to where you clip the front of the ball a lot or you swing and miss. You just don't get that flush contact that we're looking for as often as you want to when you have that type of action. The other thing I see is similar to what you see in the picture and here to the right, where everything is downward, okay, and the bat's coming into the hitting zone this way, which causes you to clip the ball on the way down, and that causes pop-ups, and again, just the lack of flush contact that we're trying to get. Okay, remember the goal here is to create good solid contact, flush, a collision between the barrel and the ball. We want a lot of the barrel hitting a lot of the ball. That's the goal. To hit line drives, that's what you need to do. Okay? So the pattern that we're after is the one you see on the left. Now, how you do this is super important. And I'm going to let David explain it. On the right here, let me make him a little bit bigger. And I'll let you listen closely for a second here.
That's the central axis. So what I want to do when I'm training the coiling core is I don't want to open this. I don't want to open that. I want to keep that steady with this down and back with the shoulder. I'm going to give you the cueing to do it. And then this up and forward intention through the hip. And so it's this side bending coil. And we're never bending beyond the base. The head over foot is the technique, and the head over foot concept is consistent in the training.
So I pulled up a picture of Vlad here, and you can see how he's doing exactly what David just described. Okay? He's coiling his core. The tilt in the shoulders is here, right? And the lower half has rotated here. Okay? It's not a big torso tilt this way. Okay? We're not leaning over the catcher, we're leaning on the plate. Okay? Here's another picture. Same thing. You'll see the tilts of the shoulders, right? And you'll notice how the bat is always in line with the shoulders. On a side note here, You'll notice the bat is on the side of the body at contact, and his hands are on the side of the body at contact, right? We don't take our hands across the body like this. No good hitter does that, okay? The side bending action is what occurs, or what causes this belt loop and this belt buckle to open towards the pitcher. Okay, you see how his belt is facing straight ahead while his shoulders are tilted down? That's exactly what David was just describing in the video on the right. Here's another picture, same thing. Another one, same thing. Great picture of Babe Ruth from the backside doing the same thing, coiling the core right here. Long before David Weck ever talked about coiling the core, people were coiling the core. It's just now we have technology and training available to us to teach it to you, okay? You know, these guys have been doing this forever. All good hitters have been doing this type of stuff for a long time, long before any of the technology was available to train it, okay? We're just trying to bring it back to the natural movement pattern that gets you in the positions you want to be in. Here's Mickey Mantle, same position, okay? Coiling core. Here's Ted Williams, same position, tilted shoulders, wide open hips. Here's Barry Bonds, just hit the ball. It's probably going to go about 500 feet. You'll see he's in the same position. Here's a nice close-up at contact, same position, okay? Another side note, notice his eyes are out front and not looking down. That's what keeps the hands up, okay? I see a lot of training out there where we're having the kids tilt their head back here or look down back here behind the ball. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not helpful. It's only going to make you plunge your hands down. Your eyes stay out front, just like his are, and that's what keeps your hands up. The hands go where the eyes go. Remember that. Okay? Always look up over the ball, and you'll come through the ball much better. Willie Mays, same position. Earlier in the swing, you'll see what's happening here. You'll see what's happening here. Okay? It's all the same. I mean, every good hitter does this. And so the goal here at Hit Doctor is to get everybody back to doing what's natural, like this, okay? Instead of doing what's taught today, which is unnatural, getting you into positions that just are not conducive to good hitting, okay? We're not trying to scissor kick and avoid rotation. We're not tilting our head way back over the catcher, okay? We're trying to rotate efficiently in a healthy way, and it's all based on the coiling core, head over foot technique that we teach here that helps you walk better, run better, swing better, throw better, and just overall be healthier. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions.